Hey guys, welcome back to another video. This is going to be a talking video where I just talk to you guys about channel updates, why in fact I have been gone, and updates that I think really needs to come to TVL. So, if you like this video, please like, subscribe, and if you agree with any of these things I'm going to say, or if you have anything you want to add to things that needs to be added to TVL or changed about TVL, I guess comment it down below. Maybe it will happen, maybe not. I don't know. But anyways, let's get into the video. So first, I want to discuss why I have in fact been gone for I don't even know how long at this point. Well, I had a lot of issues. First, I had to get a new computer, so I'm now recording on a PC instead of a laptop because I recently got a new PC. I've also had to get more headphones because my last headphones are broken, and well, those headphones had a mic and I wanted to use my voice because not only does it make editing easier, but recently CapCut has got an update and now like you have to have Pro to have AI voices. And though I have every TVL Game Pass, I low-key don't even got that much money, honestly. I have to use my voice, really, so I can talk to you guys, talk to the screen, you know. Thirdly, I've been going through a lot of trials, is what I'll call it, through my life. I've had a lot of emotional roller coasters to the point where I didn't even feel like recording, and the days I did try to record, I didn't really give it my best. I did do a Dress to Impress gameplay video, which is what I really didn't want to do. I'm a TVL creator, or not TVL creator, I'm a The Vampire Diaries games on Roblox creator. I mostly post that. I haven't been posting New Journey or any Marvel games in a while because of, let's be for real, they have been falling off. So I decided to stick with TVL, and I did an Anarchia video. I wanted to do more Anarchia videos actually, but I've never really had the time to. And I have been playing. I've been playing Roblox. I've been playing Marvel Rivals to try to get my mind off of things. And I just played the game. I didn't stress over if I needed to record it or anything. I just played it. And with Celebrity Arena, I haven't really been active in the Discord as I promised I would. I promised to myself I would start being active in the Discord so I can make a name for myself and so I can be known. And so I can be like that one creator, or not even that one creator, like other creators who are active in Discords who easily interact with other people, And yeah, Celebrity Arena hasn't been getting any updates lately. They started back working on the game, they took a break, so that's why I haven't been even recording any Celebrity Arena. But also, it's been kind of stressful, honestly. It feels to you guys, it probably feels like a day or two or a week has gone by because I've heard a lot of people say time has gone really fast, time has sped up. To me, it's slowed down really. It felt like it's been a month, but it felt like a year honestly to me. It's just I don't even know how to explain it. Like I know there is something going on with me and I probably do need to seek therapy or something. I don't know, but I've just been laying on the sidelines until I find the time and energy to sit up here and record a video. Now, my initial plan was to record a TVL gameplay. It was to record a Hope gameplay. However, that didn't really go so well. And I'm going to explain why later in the video, why that didn't really go so well. Yeah, and changes I feel like need to happen within the TVL games. So, that's enough about my disappearance or whatever you want to call it, break, I don't know. Let's get into some TVL things I think needs to be changed about TVL. Now, before I do get into some things I think needs to be changed about TVL, I do want to post a channel update. So, what's going to be posted on this channel? It's more Roblox is going to be posted on this channel. I've been thinking about making a second channel where I can post other games. I have been getting into Marvel Rivals, and I guess I do want to post Marvel Rivals content. I don't know what to post about Marvel Rivals. I feel like Marvel Rivals is one of those games where you would live stream it rather than post videos about it, about the gameplay or whatever. But I have been really getting into Marvel Rivals. I don't know what other game I would post besides Roblox, but yeah, creating a second channel for games like that has been a start, or has been a thought, really. And when it comes to Roblox games, I'd say on this channel, I do want to post more Anarchia videos. I have been getting into Anarchia. I know it's not really a famous game. I have sometimes once in like a long while have seen it reach to like 400, 500 players, but then really on a daily it reaches between like 40 to 90 players. Well, 60 players, 40 to 60 players on a daily, and it's not really as famous as I think it should be. Like, of course, like in every other game, there are some things that could be changed in Anarchia. Like there are some things that I think that should be changed in TVL. There are things that should be changed in Anarchia, which is why I think why it's not really as famous as like games like TVL and things. But yeah, I do want to post more Anarchia. New Journey. I don't know about New Journey. Low-key, it's been a love-hate relationship with New Journey. I went through a phase where I was just obsessed with New Journey. Then I went through a phase where I was like, New Journey's the most toxic game ever. I don't want to post it, don't want to play it. I just, it's been an up and down with New Journey. I'm not thinking about posting New Journey anytime soon because the game has been dead for a while now. I'm not saying that to be mean, I'm just saying because I'm not seeing New Journey videos on YouTube like I used to been seeing, and I haven't been seeing the New Journey numbers high as they used to be. I feel like out of all time, this has been New Journey's lowest out of like New Journey's time span of it being a game. So I don't think I'm gonna post New Journey anytime soon unless they get an update and it gets more famous. Um, when it comes to TVL, I will say TVL hasn't been really as fun as it used to be. I'd say TVL is pretty toxic, and I think it gets more toxic the more days go by. But I don't think, yeah, I don't think it has been as enjoyable as how it used to be when I first got the game or when I first bought the beta testing. So that's why at the end of the video, I'm gonna be saying some things that I think needs to be changed about TVL to make it a more fun game or to make it a more enjoyable game, so I can be more encouraged to post it. But however, for now, I don't know what I'm gonna do about TVL. I may post updates. I got a private server for like a month now, just a month. So maybe for like a month, I could do combo techniques or whatever I could do, because to make a gameplay in New Journey, unless you have like a friend group of 5 or freaking half the server likes you, you're going to get killed if you're any Game Pass. Like, even if they don't steal you, you're going to get targeted, you're going to get run down, you're going to get jumped by like a team of 5, like I said. It's really it really has become less and less enjoyable. I do say it's still a pretty okay game. It's not bad. I've seen worse, but it's a good game. I have every Game Pass, and if I invest that much money into a game, then I had to think it was good. It's really good at some point. But yeah, with TVL, it's been it's like I'm drifting away from it. I feel like I haven't been playing it as much lately. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with TVL. I don't know if I'm gonna be posting it as often, but I guess we'll just discuss it later on in the video. Um, with Celebrity Arena. Okay, so like I said, Celebrity Arena hasn't been getting many updates lately because it's Christmas time, New Year's. Like, of course, they're going to take a break. The devs have their own families, their own lives they have to get to, and I do hope that they do get more updates and more, what they call it, early access testing, so I can do more gameplays. Maybe I can do combo videos in that game. Maybe I can do, when the game gets more updates, I can do another game development progress about the game and show you everything that has been going on in the game, all the leaks, all the characters and stuff. Maybe I can do that in the near future, but I do hope Celebrity Arena does start picking back up with the leaks and with just everything in general, so I can in fact post that game more. Cause right now I am on a, I guess I'm limited to the amount of games I play and can post on Roblox. Like, I would say I probably do need more games to post. Maybe I shouldn't be hard stuck on TVL, or, like play a game once and like never play it again. Um, I'm definitely not gonna post Dress to Impress anymore. That was just brutal. I didn't even want to post it to begin with. Dress to Impress is one of those games where I really don't post. I just enjoy on my own time. I don't want to become a Dress to Impress YouTuber. I don't want to be known as a Dress to Impress YouTuber. I just want to be known as a YouTuber that posts like the Vampire Diary franchise games or the Marvel games, really. I have been thinking about posting Marvel Infinity, but I guess I haven't been impressed with that game as others have. It is a good game, I will say it. I'm not hating on any of these games I am mentioning. I'm just saying some of these games are not for me. Like, um, Marvel Infinity and I guess any other game. I have been thinking about posting Marvel Enhanced, but I have lost. I have gotten out of touch with Marvel Enhanced. I haven't been enjoying it. I haven't even played in like months actually, but I haven't been enjoying it as I used to have. It, like Anarchia, it does have a small player base daily. I know they have recently picked up. I know Phoenix Force is, or Dark Phoenix is coming out in the game soon, if it hasn't already came out. I haven't been keeping up with the updates that much, but I have been informed through friends and my For You page on YouTube about little updates about Marvel Enhanced. But in reality, I guess I'm stuck really. I don't know what to post, and I don't know like what games. Yeah, just what games I would want to post besides Anarchia, maybe TVL, and I don't know what else. If you have any game ideas, let me know. I do want to start posting back more, or I do want to start back posting more. So that's the end of the channel updates. Now let's finally get into the things I think needs to be changed about TVL. Warning: before we continue with this part of the video, I do want to say I do not have a script. This part of the video was chaotic. It was like a bunch of ideas jumbled into like a part. I'm gonna try to organize it as I can. It's probably not gonna be as organized, but if you're into things that are organized, you're probably gonna get bored. So like this, so this section of the video is just gonna be a bunch of ideas jumbled up into like a portion of this video, and it's gonna sound random, but I'm hoping that you can enjoy just listening to these ideas as I'm saying them, even though they are just jumbled up ideas put into one portion without it being an organized script or a neat list. So, yeah, let's get into this part of the video. I actually think there are a lot of things TVL needs to change since their player base is growing and the game's been testing. I know it's still in beta. This is not me trashing on the game or anything. I've tried making a game myself. I know how hard it is, and that failed obviously, but I know it's still in beta. I know things need to be fixed. I know things need to be changed. I know the developers can't spend their whole life and identity on this game because they too have lives themselves. But I do think if if they really want this game to thrive more, I do think a lot of changes need to be made. For starters, I'd say character balancing or character role balancing with really the Game Pass witches have begun to favor, and can you really blame them? I mean, like, the Game Pass witches are like characters people really enjoy, or like most fan favorite characters, like Josie and Hope and Ketsia and Bonnie and Esther, and maybe in the future Dahlia, Freya. They said they weren't going to add a Naru to the game. I still think that they could still add a Naru to the game and just make her balance in some way. But either way, Game Passes are really just characters that the people, that the TBD community, I'd say, fan favorite the most. So like, I do think that of course they're going to be the favorites or they're going to be favored. However, also put some attention into coin characters, into free characters, into custom characters. Make their make it a way to unlock more forms or more types of magic as custom characters, or make it more balanced when you're a custom character. Because like free characters and custom characters, they have a really really low magic bar. Like there's like they have absolutely nothing, probably like 200 at most 400 of magic. As you can see, Josie has 1600. Like that's a lot of magic, and I know they have more magic really because their abilities, like Josie's Autumn and stuff, those abilities require you to use more magic. Like Autumn, as you can tell, that took 400 magic, and if Josie was in fact a custom or a coin character, basically all her magic would be gone and she would be left defenseless after she uses Autumn. So I do think that even though Game Pass witches do have more magic, strictly because their ability, not strictly, but mostly because their abilities do require more magic, I'd say maybe give more love to like custom characters and free characters and coin characters because they are really lacking in that department. Um, it's really hard to like get kills as those characters because not only do they have practically low magic, however, they don't really have a lot of offense abilities, which I'm gonna show. So right now I am Sheila. As you can tell, there's not really many offense abilities she has. I mean, she has this, but in all honestly, can you really use it in a combo? Like that's just something like you start off that you like run up to just annoy players. It's not even something that's like combo worthy. It doesn't ragdoll them. It doesn't give them a stun or anything. It literally just to annoy players really. Cause once you're like done or once your magic runs out, they're gonna push you with Ictus. So like you're basically done. Cause like once you're ragdolled in the game, you're basically dead because people are going to start blasting their incendias on you. Um, Heretics recently got an update where their Siphon Blast can now work on ragdoll characters. In this game, it's like crawling with heretics. There's like more heretics in a server than there is cockroaches in on the planet Earth. So yeah, once you're ragdolled, you're gonna get absolutely flooded with different kinds of abilities on you, and you're basically dead. Like there's no getting back up and surviving. So that's really that can really be quite unfortunate if you're playing as a free character. With Erox Femus, that's an offensive ability. Incendia. This basically these four are the only offensive abilities free characters have. Besides this, which really just annoys players that you can't even use in the combo. Besides that, these four are the really only offensive abilities you have. The slap, not even a lot of characters have slap. The custom characters don't have slap, and like characters like whatever whoever else is on that free roster of witches, they don't have slap either. So like you really can't use it in a combo. So Soul got a patch update, so like you can't use it with the Aerox Femus combo anymore, which I do think I am so glad that they did balance all the Aerox Femus combos because they were annoying. Once someone did the combo to you, you couldn't break out. I still remember when Atsumon Aerox Femus combo was still in the game. I hated that. I used it myself because that was the only way I could, in fact, protect myself or steal the character really easily. But I hated that was in game, and I'm really glad that they patched it. With Ostox and Metadeck, it only works on vampire characters. I mean, I say they could make it to where it works on witch and wolf characters as well, but they have to be like a certain amount of HP. Like if they're a free character, maybe it works on when they're 50 HP, or when they're like a Game Pass character, maybe it works when they're like what 20% of their HP and stuff. So I do think free characters and custom characters need more offensive spells, and I do think that they need more mana because it can be really hard to play as these free and custom characters unless you're a custom heretic. Then like you have vampire and witch abilities and siphon abilities, so like you're you're taken care of. But I do think characters like Sheila, Kai, Lizzie, Abby Bennett, who else is free in this game? I don't know. Not from the top of my head, I don't know, but they do need more abilities in my opinion. So like I said, I do think there should be a way to unlock more forms of magic in this game. Like somewhere on the map, you can channel a dark book and like learn some dark magic and get like these custom spells added on, or like you can learn spirit magic, like going to the grave, channeling the spirits, and boom, you've unlocked spirit abilities. Or like if they do add the New Orleans map into the game, maybe you can go into like the YU or whatever they called it in the originals and like become a part of that coven and like gain custom abilities that from the ancestors. You know, that could be an idea. So like even if they don't add any more mat offense abilities for free and custom characters, you can just get set abilities from learning different forms of magic in the game. I do think that would really enhance the game or like make the game more fun to play and make custom and free characters more fun to play. I also think that they should work on balancing more. I know they have tried and tried and tried to make the game more balanced and also more fun to play, but I feel like they still need more balance changing. Like with Ictus, I feel like Ictus shouldn't be that one ability where you can push one person, they stay down on the ground for like 5 seconds. I feel like it should just be like a brief setback so you can get yourself together. Like once you ictus a person, they're on the ground for like a second and then they get straight back up. I feel like that should just be a brief like get away from me ability, not not something that should be used in like a combo that requires the enemy to stay ragdolled. With Modus, I feel like yeah, maybe the enemy should stay on the ground for like 5 seconds, but really maybe not have them as ragdolled as long with Ictus and just leave that as with them. Maybe have them not ragdolled. Maybe not have them ragdoll like 5 seconds with the Ictus ability, but like keep that with the Modus ability. With Incendia, well, their station really changes Incendia really. Um, and with other abilities makes that makes characters ragdoll, like the Siphon Blast ability and I should say Hope's little ball of energy that you throw. I feel like you stay ragdoll like for a really long time when those abilities are used on you. I mean, where is it? I'm looking at the cooldown on my. You're down for like 10 seconds with Siphon Blast, and I feel like on paper that isn't a long time, but like how fast the game moves and how fast combos moves and how you can literally after using Siphon Blast you can use Incendia or like get rid of or veto or get ready to like spam the character once they get up. I feel like that can be really unfortunate and like I feel like the ability ragdoll time is too long and let's and combo that with like with someone having a team of like 5 other people and like you're right here, you just Siphon Blast someone and a Hope is right here and a Ket is right here, you know, and then they put down their abilities that work on characters when they're ragdolled, you're dead. So like I feel like to combat teaming and to combat you actually having a chance when you're ragdolled, I feel like they should shorten the ragdoll time with like really most abilities actually. Spine break, you don't really need to shorten that. You're literally breaking the target's spine. However, yeah, with like Siphon Blast and Hope's Energy Blast, maybe they do need to shorten that time. And with other throwable abilities too. And here's another one. When it comes to Bonnie's Psychic Blast, I don't have enough Psychic, but y'all know what it does. You're ragdoll for a pretty long while. Also with Ket's Ashalana, you're ragdoll for like a pretty long while. I mean, it's probably 20 seconds, honestly. Maybe not with Bonnie's Psychic Blast. You're probably not ragdoll for like 20 seconds, probably like 10 or 15. But like with Ashalana, I am pretty sure you're a ragdoll for like 20 seconds, and that's like really unfortunate because Ket is one of those characters. It's where once she has you, you're dead. With the vines, or with Ashalana, or with her fire circle, once she has you, unless you have a teammate to like Modus or Ictus her away, you're dead. So I feel like give people a chance and like not have them killed like as soon as she hits you with one of her abilities, or even with other characters like Landon. 90 to 99% of the community can agree with me. Landon is OP as like really OP. Once he has you with Fire Wisp, you're down. I remember when, well, everyone remembers when his Fire Wisp was like 3 second cooldown, and that's how long you were ragdoll for 3 seconds. So once Fire Wisp end, he could just continuously spam you with Fire Wisp, and you were just down. Like no matter what ability you use to protect yourself, once you were hit with Fire Whips, it will cancel that ability, and you were dead. And Fire Blast, he can literally combo you Fire Wisp, go into a Fire Blast, maybe spam punch you, but once you're down, do this tornado and you're dead. And to be honest, he's one of the most OP, yet at the same time one of the most boring characters in my opinion, because he doesn't really have that many abilities. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He has 8 abilities, and like two, 3 of them, well, 4 of them really. Well, no, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 of them can be used as offense abilities. four of them can be used in a combo. I mean, maybe you can find a way to combo flamethrower. Like I'd use it sometimes when the enemy is ragdolled, and only sometimes will flamethrower work on enemies when they're ragdolled. It doesn't work all the time when they're ragdolled, but sometimes it'll work when they're ragdolled. And then, I mean, you can use Ember Vortex in a combo as well, but it doesn't do any damage. And then these two are just heal your teammates or heal yourself, really. So yeah, that's all he really has. I don't think his character is engaging. I think he's one of those characters where you're in an infinite loop of Fire Whisk, Fire Blast, go into the Infernal Twister, and then you do that over and over again, like 20 times to a Ketsia until they leave, and it just makes the Ketsia bored because, and by Ketsia I mean me, literally 20 minutes ago, that's all Landon was doing to me, was just doing that combo over and over again to me, and I was just like, okay, now I'm bored. I don't feel like playing the game anymore. And to a Landon, I feel like that's like fun for a while, and then they just get bored. Like it's just you do that over and over again. It's just what's the point anymore? Just get kills and do what else? Like, are you really having fun after a while? So I feel like make Landon more engaging. Really nerf him on some abilities, like give him more abilities, but nerf his abilities. So like his Infernal Twister, it doesn't practically insta kill the person, and his Fire Blast, nerf his Fire Blast, make it less, do less damage. Fire Wisp, keep it. To be honest, keep it the same now. Like it really doesn't do that much damage. Well, does it? I don't know. I haven't tested the damage yet, but wait, I think it says. No, it doesn't. But I'd say I do like that it is long range. Like I feel like give him at least one long range ability and make everything else like short range and stuff. But like make him more engaging, more fun, more abilities, less damage, and you have a fair and fun Landon. Now to you Landon mains. I won't continue talking about your character, talking how he should be nerfed, because to be honest, he's not the only one that needs to be nerfed. People like Esther, Ketsia, Bonnie, Hope, Silas, even. I feel like they need a damage nerf as well. Because in my opinion, I feel like it's too quick to kill a character. I feel like it goes by so quick. Like a couple abilities and they're dead. Like in Anarchia, I do think that game is really unbalanced as well. I feel like that game is really unbalanced. However, unless if you're not delphing someone and you're actually doing a combo on them in that game, it does. I will say it does take a while. I know I have been in a 1v1 that lasts like 10, 15 minutes. Maybe don't make all characters like that where it lasts 10 15 minutes for the 1v1 to be done with, but however don't make it to where it just only takes 30 seconds and you're done with and they're dead. I feel like that's boring. It's not really engaging. You're just spamming abilities and they're dead like really quickly. Like for instance, with this ability, I'd say don't nerf it if you nerf the ragdoll time. Like, if you nerf the ragdoll time, do not nerf this ability. But if the ragdoll time is, like, still, like, not really nerfed, or, like, you can still be ragdoll for, like, I don't know how long, then nerf this ability because once you're in it, unless you, like, got in it, like, after it being spawned for, like, what, 20 seconds, you're dead. I mean, you either desiccate it or you've been turned to ashes. So like damage wise, I'd say this ability does need to be nerfed. Along with this, it really doesn't need to be nerfed. But I would say with an ability like let's say this, maybe in some locations make it available to where you're able to use it like in some indoors. So I know in some places it would be like you can't use this ability because there's like not enough room. Also with like Silas's vortex when he's in his witch form, I say allow it to be used in those areas because AoE abilities is like a witch's only protection, or like even yeah, a witch's only protection from being really instantly killed because like you're ragdolled for like a really long time with a lot of abilities. So like you have to constantly like spam. Like of course you can't spawn it here because this is where people like spawn, but you have to be like spam these AoE abilities to protect yourself while you're ragdoll because you're ragdoll for such a long time. And with Witch Silas, like he really he's not even engaging either. Like I'd say he is fine, but like his only protective ability is his one AoE ability, and you can't even use it in most places because there's like not enough room. I'm like, give him another ability where he can protect himself when he's like ragdoll and he needs to spam, or allow that ability to be used in places where it would usually give you the notification not enough room in this place to use the ability. Because on AoE abilities, like your only form of protection since the ragdolling in this game is so long. And I'm not gonna go through every character and tell you what you need to change. Like, just in general, change the damage and make it more fair and give characters who don't have a chance a bigger chance because really, like I said, it's a couple abilities, 30 to 45 seconds, and they're dead. Honestly, usually the one who dies is the first one to get ragdolled. The first one that gets ragdolled is usually the first one who dies. Honestly, so give certain characters like Witch Silas and even Immortal Silas and land in more abilities because really it's just the same thing over and over again. And even have there be more offense with spells because like I said, free characters and custom characters are lacking in that department. So I also want to add, when it comes to stealing in the game, like characters, like who to steal, like, oh, you haven't played this character because they're always taken, make it easier to steal a character. Like, unless you have team and teammates, it's when you're playing the game solo, it's really hard to steal a character. And that's why I literally always ask my friends in the Discord, can y'all hop on the game? Can y'all play with me? Because at that point it's not a choice to have a team. It's kind of a requirement because if I don't have a team, someone else is going to have a team, and someone else has a team, they can use their team against me, and it's like a 1v5, and it's just like really unfun. It's like so overwhelming. And so like I say, make it easier to steal characters. Like in the shops, a normal wooden oak is 200 coins. Okay? It's a wooden oak, it's coins. However, white oak steak, golden arrow, red oak, that's all moonstones. And so it's like you have to pay more money to use to steal the characters that are like immortal, like require you to like those weapons that require you to like kill those characters. You have to spend money to get to like even steal the character. And like I'd say give an alternative, like let's say to buy a red oak is 100 moonstones. Give an alternative to where you can pay 100 moonstones or 500 coins. I say don't really make it as expensive because it is really, really, really hard to get coins in this game because people log, people reset, and like, and some abilities don't even give you coins when they die. Like when the character dies to like a venom bite, the person who bit them does not even get the coins. And it's like it's really really hard to get coins in this game. And like especially when everything's expensive, like these healing, this is like 200, I want to say. Okay, so these healing herbs are like 200 coins. It restores 60% of your HP, and I'd say since witches do not have a healing over time, you're like required to buy these because you're going to get damaged like every 2 seconds. Because like in this game, the only break you can catch is in a private server. I'm not joking. The only break you can catch in this game is if you're in a private server. That's why I'm not doing this in a public server because like I'm going to get jumped, so many things are going to happen around me, and like I know it's a PvP game, but it can still be PvP and not be overwhelming. So, increase the coin account, make it to where if the person resets or logs, you still get your coins. Um, or even make it like this. Anarchy has a thing where let's say you stole the heart of an original vampire. Like of course they're not gonna die because in the lore of the Vampire Diaries, an original can't die from getting their heart taken. So even though they're not dead, you still got their HP to 0, and that's you technically killed them. Like even you didn't kill them, you technically killed them. So maybe still be able to get the coins even if you technically didn't kill that character. So if you're the reason their HP got to 0 or if you assisted in them dying, then al- allow players to still get the coins because you still cuz like as a free witch going against an original, if you humbled them, you can't kill them, but you still humbled them, you should be rewarded for that because, you know, since insta kills are also really unfair in this game, it's so easy for them to just snap your neck or for them to just rip your heart out. And like if they rip your heart out from behind, you really can't do nothing. You can't push them. You have to just sit like witness your heart get stolen just for you to get sent back to the lobby, which is really unfortunate. And that's also the next topic I want to go into is insta kills in this game. So I feel like balance the insta kills more to be based on how much HP a character has and what the character is. So when it comes to Osox and Minidek, I feel like they shouldn't be restricted to vampires only. And before y'all click off the video and go into the comments being like, no, they're both too overpowered. If it can work on witches, literally it's gonna be game breaking and make it unfun. I'm gonna tell you how you can make it balanced. So when it comes to Minidek, maybe only allow it to work on characters who are like literally on life support. So like at like what 10 HP, if you like the witch is on 10 HP, let you be able to finish them off with Minidek and like increase the cooldown so you're just not spamming Minidek over and over and over again every time you see a witch on 1 HP, but allow it to be used on witches if they're low enough. Also with Osox, every witch has Osox. It's not limited to Game Pass characters or, you know, coin characters. Every witch has Osox. So, I, I say that they should allow for Osox to be used on witch characters or even wolf characters or like 25 HP or below. So, like, when you're a free witch, you're not like, you can't, you're not struggling. Like, once you got them low enough, you can just quickly Osox them and they're dead. And if they do fix the not fix, but like shorten the ragdoll time, having someone spamming Osox shouldn't really be much of a problem because like I said, if you ragdoll for like 1 or 2 seconds, you can get back up and you have like a chance to push them before they could do Osox on you. So, even though someone can just Osox you at like 25% HP, there's a chance you can still live before they really Osox you. So it's like a fair fight and not like oh, you're ragdolled on the ground. This gives me more than enough time to prepare for my next attack and to just spam all my abilities on you just to kill you. So, like, rag the ragdoll time does affect this game a lot more than some people may think. Also, Dolphin Core, the heart ripping spell, let it so where you can't use it on, like, let's say a vampire. No one plays coin unless you like broke and have like no game passes. No one plays coin vampires in this game, or like rarely anybody plays coin vampires in this game. Really, because you can die easily. Just like no one plays a free witch, you can die easily. This game is a pay to win. Is a pay to win game. So like you need the top of the top if you want to have at least some amount of fun in this game. So maybe make it where this ability, since it is, you can be easily pushed out of it with the long animation. Make it to where like it can't be used on, let's say, a vampire or a witch or a werewolf or a mortal unless they are 50% HP. And then like if they're a Game Pass witch, make it 20% HP. So like you can give even Game Pass witches a greater chance because you had to pay for those characters. So like give them, like, when it comes to insta kills like Osox and Delphin, to use it on them, it requires them to have to be on a lower HP just for you to be able to use them. And that's not only with Osox and Benedict and Delphin Core, like even with Bonnie and Ketsia's Heart Stop, or who else has an insta kill in this game, a custom insta kill in this game? Um, Hope's Head Rip, Telekinetic Head Rip. Make it to where their insta kills can only be used like 50%, 60%, 25% HP. Like, at least have them to like hurt you a little before they use the ability on you. So it's not like they can just go up to you and just click you once and you're dead. Because that's no one. No one likes to be insta killed over and over and over again. That's like really, really, really unfun. And also with the heart stop, you know how heart stopping a vampire, it doesn't kill them, it desiccates them. Also make it to where they have to be on a certain amount of HP before they could be desiccated, because like desiccation is literally just, it's like death. If you have like no friends or on standby, or you don't have like a second account you can log into just to, give yourself a blood bag, you're really just sitting there either like waiting for someone to cure you, or no one wants to give you blood, so like you're like forced to reset, and like that's like really unfortunate. So also make it to where a character has to be like, what, 30% HP in order for you to desiccate them with like heart stop and other abilities that desiccate you, because honestly desiccation is worse and more embarrassing than just getting killed. Like, it's really unfortunate when you're still alive but you can't do nothing. Like, that's just really unfortunate. I also want to say this when it comes to desiccation. I also want to say when it comes to desiccation, allow yourself to like be able to like, I don't know how to say this without like getting a warning on my video. Create a room. Like if you're a mortal or a, yeah, if you're like a mortal or a vampire, allow yourself to like create a rune for yourself so you can use your blood instead of like the blood bags you have in your inventory to like make a vampire get undesiccated. If you in fact do want to undesiccate a vampire and you don't have blood bags, so you want to save on blood bags, allow yourself to like create an open rune on a certain part of your body so you can undesiccate that vampire. Like, of course it's going to take some of your HP, but at least you saved up on blood bags, or your friend is undesiccated and you didn't have any blood bags so you used your own blood, really. Now I think we should discuss the glitches in this game that has been in this game forever and has yet to be patched. There's a first occurring glitch in this game. Let's say you're Esther and you're like trying to summon Emily. I do not know how to activate this glitch. Like it just happens sometimes. But sometimes when I'm talking to Emily as Esther, I click what I need to click on, continue, stuff like that, and I have a white oak steak. Like sometimes when I die or when like I talk to her as Bonnie or even when I didn't talk to her at all as Bunny or Esther, it would just sometimes instead of her giving you the white oak steak, what she would just do is she would give you these three dots, and then like you can't talk to her, so you like can't get the white oak steak anymore. Which think that they should fix it to where every time you talk to Emily, you should get the white oak steak. Honestly, like I feel that they should make it like that. So I do want to talk deeper into heretics actually. Sorry if I'm like changing topics too fast. I'm not reading off of a script, so I'm just trying to remember the issues I did have with this game that can make it a little less fun to play. Now, some of the issues I have with heretics is one patch they're the weakest character in the game, the next patch they're so OP, and then the next patch they're weak again, and the next patch they're so OP. So, I'd say with Strangler Ventus, now they did actually make a poll on it saying, do you want this to still be an insta kill or do you want this to like be one of those things where you like do it and it doesn't insta kill the target but it just damages them until, you know, until they get to a certain amount of HP. Now a lot of people said keep it an insta kill, keep it to where they go down to 0 HP, but I feel that they should have made it to where it was only a damage thing because if you know and if you use his ability before, once you use Strangler Ventus, it is really easy to be pushed out of it. Like maybe I can damage the target like 10 HP off of the target before they finally find their Ictus or their Modus and just push me away. And if you're playing like witch or vampire, not witch, if you're playing werewolf or vampire characters, you can't Modus or Ictus the person who's, you know, strangling you. So you have to like accept your defeat. So I think that what they should do is that they should make it instead of an insta kill, they should make it like a damage thing, and then just like it's unpushable really. Like you can't be pushed from it unless like a third party target pushes you. You can't be pushed by the one you're strangling. However, um, it doesn't insta kill you, so it's not an insta kill, but you can't be pushed from it. And I also think that Strangler Ventus shouldn't ragdoll. I don't know if it ragdolls. I know when it finally kills you, it ragdolls you. But if it does ragdoll you, I feel like you shouldn't be ragdolled once Strangler Ventus is complete. With Siphon Blast, like I said, just decrease the amount of time you are ragdolled. I do think that with Siphon Blast. I also think with Veto, you shouldn't really necessarily get stunned. Like you know how like once you get Veto used on you, you have to sit there for like 1.5 seconds. I feel like maybe you shouldn't sit there for like 1.5 seconds if they use it on you when you're not ragdolled. And what else do siphoners? I also think this invisible Confero, I think all witches should have that. I don't think just siphoners should have that. I feel like all witches should have that. And you know, just overall, try to find a way, or like talk to the community even. Like, I know they have been more and more recently, but talk to the community even more about like to balance characters and like how to not have like heretics, 10 heretics on the map, like going wild, killing everyone, and just like you can't have fun anymore because they just like they first they ragdoll you, use Siphon Blast, use Incendia, quickly use Aerox Femas and like just spam throat rip on you and you're dead. Like make it to where instead of them just being quick assassins, they're also just like characters that like you have a chance when fighting against them. And don't go back to the times where heretics were weak and no one wanted to play them, and don't stay at the times where heretics are too OP and like everyone plays them and like no one enjoys the game because they're like 10 heretics on your ass like 24/7. Just try to change that somehow. And yeah. Now, when it comes to vampires, I'd say they're lacking. I'd say they're either lacking or they're or no, I just say they're lacking because all it is to vampires is you use an ability, ragdoll them, and just spam like spine break, go to throat whip, spam throat whip, go to choke, spam. And if your vampire is like a hybrid, venom bite them and stuff. Like I feel like it's just like ability spam, ability to spam. I say really add more to them. And you don't have to necessarily add more offensive abilities, but add like more passive abilities or like abilities that really don't necessarily damage your target or like damages them a little, but like gives them like some sort of debuff, like a hand ripping, not a hand rip, but like a or hand breaking ability. It's like you break the target's hand and they can't use their abilities for a while, or a knockout punch ability. It's where like it doesn't necessarily does a lot of damage, like super punch. Like that's strictly for damage and knocking them back only. However, there should be a knockout abilities where like you hit the target and they don't just ragdoll, they like blank out. So like they're asleep really. So once they're knocked out, that can give you some time to prepare your next attack. Like I said before, I did say maybe not have like these skills like leave you ragdoll for a long time, but it's okay to have like one or two skills in a character that leaves their target ragdoll for like 5 seconds or 10 seconds. But like the rest of the abilities, like super punch or like even throat rip, don't have them on the ground for like 10 seconds. Have them on the ground for like three at most, and then they get straight back up.
I forgot to add this, but give werewolves more abilities and make them more enjoyable to play. I just used my one. Free AI voiceover.
Quickly, I do want to cover health. I forgot to mention this when I was talking about the witches, but I do want to say that maybe allow them to also have healing over time, but it's like way slower. It's like how vampires they can heal really fast, and how wolves they still have a healing over time. Have witches and mortals to also be able to have a healing over time. However, it's like really slow. It's like 1 HP per, or like not one, 2 HP per 5 seconds. So like 5 seconds go by and next 2 HP. So like you don't have to constantly spend money on these things. So like you don't have to ask someone to heal them. It's a 50% chance that they kill you, and there's a 50% chance that they heal you. Have the have witches also to have a healing over time, but it's like a lot slower. So like you can just hide in like a little cubby or whatever for like at like what for 50 seconds and like get yourself a little bit of healing before you get like the confidence to go back out and fight again. So I did want to quickly cover that. Also, now I did want to cover immortals in general, not just Silas, but just like immortals in general, like characters like Amar and stuff, and maybe if they gave Ket the ability to make more immortals, like they gave Esther the ability to make more originals, if they ever did that, they can like expand more on immortals. So these are the immortal options. I'd say I think it's less than the original options or the vampire options, but I do think that all in all, give immortals also more abilities along with the vampire abilities, or it's not just like they're limited to just hitting an enemy, get them ragdoll, switch to your next spam, get them ragdoll again, switch to your next. It's not that. cycle over and over again when you're playing characters like Amar and stuff. Like at Silas, you rarely use these. You maybe use like Super Punch, Spine Break, Heart Rip, Neck Snap, but like other than that, you really don't use like anything else. So as Silas, you just use like mostly these abilities. So I do think that they should also make Immortals in general interactive and like also make Ket able to use to make new Immortals, and I feel like that should be really expanded on, more expanded on, really. But anyways, there, I don't, I don't have a script, so I'm not going in order on things that need to be changed, and I'm like spewing out random ideas because, well, like I said, I don't have a script, but there are probably some more things that can be changed, but that's like the main things that I can remember for now. But if you like this video, or if there's some more things you do want to change about the game or want to see happen in the game, please let me know down in the comments, or even I would say suggest it, but there's like 100 suggestions a day. I don't think that even if they were they are most likely reading the suggestions, but like even as they are, I don't think they can read, like they have time to read all those suggestions. So that's why I'm like putting it into a video. So like not only can they get idea if they watch this video, there's like an off chance that they do, but if they watch this video, not only can they get some ideas from what I'm saying in the video, but they can also look into the comments and see what y'all would want, and like read the comments, have have this video, make this video the new suggestion channel, honestly. And like hopefully in the if they see people in the comments wanting these things, or you know commenting it down below, it'll get them more motivated to do it or more eager to change it, rather than them just having a channel and people are just spewing ideas, some good, some bad, some okay, and it's they can't read that all because there's like a million suggestions and there's only 24 hours in a day. So yeah, if you have suggestions, leave them down in the comments. If you like this video, please consider subscribing, and I'll see you on the next video, hopefully with a gameplay ready and fully edited.